How we looking? I think we're good. Welcome, welcome. Episode 5 of In the Garage. I'm Dom. This is my garage. Thank you so much to the 128 subscribers as it sits today. One thing you will notice is I'm not wearing a college hoodie. It was 91 degrees today in Central California. No need to be hanging out in a garage with a hoodie when it's that hot. I went through the comments again and I handpicked a couple questions out that I'm going to answer for you today. So stay tuned for episode 5. In the episode 4 comments, there was a question about autofocus, and I actually did not touch upon autofocus in episode 4, and I should have. Sorry about that. Most of the lenses I shoot with don't have that capability. 99.9% of people who shoot sports for a living never touch autofocus on anything. And for me, it's just, I don't want to rely on technology and hope that autofocus gets it. If you are using autofocus to shoot sports, try and switch it up. Switch it over to manual focus, and it's kind of a muscle memory thing. Once you get used to it, you will miss some stuff. You will always miss some stuff. The more and more you do it, the more you'll start to learn the characteristics of your lens when it comes to focusing. And again, that muscle memory will build up, and before you know it, you'll never, ever use autofocus again. You'll see that a lot with photographers who make the jump to video, is that they kind of rely heavily on autofocus for the still world. It makes sense that someone would think that the autofocus would be great when you jump over to video, and I found that it isn't the case. You want to shoot manual focus. You don't want to have to rely on the lens technology to get the shot that you're trying to get. So a question came from Alex about film school and what I learned at film school, or what I learned in my internship that I didn't learn in film school. And to me, they go hand in hand. Kind of the great debate is the film school debate. Do I go to film school? Do I not go to film school? Is it worth it? And for me, it was totally worth it. But you have to understand, put yourself in my shoes. So I didn't have any family members or relatives or friends who were doing what I wanted to do. So I didn't have a direct path to get to where I wanted to get. I didn't have anybody to go tap on their shoulder to ask them, how did you get where you are? Like, I had no clue. But it was in community college when I found out about NFL films, and I kind of really wanted that to be my path. I wanted to learn how to shoot, essentially become a cinematographer. Knowing your end goal when you start in a school, especially a very expensive school like Art Center, you better know what you want to do or what your dream job is, because then you can use every single term and every single class to get to where you want to go. It's a two-way street. They're not just going to hand you a degree and you're going to go off and do great things with your career. You got to put in the work, just like with anything. What did you learn in film school? I learned everything I needed to know to become a capable cinematographer, whether that's on a commercial set, a short film set, a documentary project, a corporate project. I mean, I learned so much because I learned by doing, which is kind of the Art Center way, right? So the other part of that question is, so what did the internship teach me that film school didn't? The internship was so specific because I was literally working with the guys that I wanted to be. I was a sponge when it came to being an intern. I was learning and never saying no and doing everything that everybody wanted me to do. It shaped who I am today. It shaped my career, hands down. I've gotten a couple questions about audio. I am not an audio expert, but being a videographer and being someone who shoots interviews, you become kind of an audio person without wanting to be an audio person. And so yes, I own a boom mic and a boom pole and C-stand knuckle and boom pole holder. It's very nice. The boom mic is perfect for interviews and quiet settings. It's not so perfect for the garage, which is why I have been wearing a wireless lav mic. To me, this gets the best audio from me inside a very echoey garage. The front of the microphone is capturing my voice, but there's also these vents on the side which capture kind of noises that kind of go off to the side, which isn't ideal in this setting because I don't care what's going on to the side of the microphone. I only care about what's happening here. This also works well for capturing sound at a sporting event. It is not an ideal mic for filming YouTube videos in your garage, but I decided to set it up because some of you had questions. When you're in loud environments, when you're in echoey environments, the wireless lav is really good. So the next question I got was DM'd to me on my Instagram profile from Jason. In terms of capturing footage, What is your plan going into a game? How does that plan adapt during the game? Man, going into a game, now you're gonna get me all excited thinking about football season again. The beautiful thing about shooting for NFL films is that it's all about story. The best storytelling shots typically don't happen on the field. You know, the game of course dictates the final score, but the story is often told in the stands, on the bench, in the locker room, in the parking lot. I mean, you just got to open your mind and throw everything out the window to an extent and really just focus on that game, because you're trying to give the editors something to work with. You know, if you're shooting the 0-6 Raiders versus the 0-6 49ers, there's still a ton of storylines. Someone's going to have to tell that story, and if you're there, hopefully it's you with your camera. That's it. That's the show for today. Hopefully you got some good information out of it. Please drop a comment or question below if you have any for me. I'm always here to try and, again, bring value to this channel. Leave a comment on what else you'd like to see me do in my garage. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot in here. With that, I'm Dom. This is my garage. I'll see you in episode 6. Peace out.